Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Tara. If you've never been here before, I'm a 54-year-old woman basically vlogging my life and my way of eating as I bust into the second half of my life. I am looking for ultimate health and I am taking everything one step at a time, or one bite at a time, or one lack of a bite at a time. And I want to talk about my day. So I just got done with dinner. Let me tell you something. So I'm going to turn on my vibration plate for my legs because I sat too long today driving and they're bothering me right now. So I'm going to vibrate them while I talk to you. Um, so yesterday I had bought, if you were here yesterday, I bought a large, like a London broil style steak. So very little fat, but a nice big piece of meat. And I had it yesterday. And then I had some kefir that I wasn't in love with the flavor of. Really a little too bland for me. I kind of like the bite of kefir, and I felt like everything was all wrong. And I talked about yesterday how I discovered it wasn't. It was just the way it was. Sometimes the milk will affect the flavor. So what I decided to do is take some of that kefir and marinate the other half of the steak with it, because it's not it's not a ribeye or a New York strip where it's tender, or a filet, but it's got lots of flavor. So I decided I was going to try marinating it, because people say you can marinate your meat in whey, and there's like ways to marinate in milk. I'm like, why not kefir? So I did, and then I looked up exactly how to prepare that meat after you've marinated it, and you basically rinse it off. You rinse it off with water, and you super dry it with paper towels, and you let it rest for a little while, get to room temp, and then you cook it the way you normally would. So I reverse seared it. I didn't take a picture of what the inside looked like, but it was a perfect medium rare, maybe even a medium. And wow, um, talk about tender! I was really impressed. So if you're ever, not really loving the kefir that you made, or if you have some raw milk and you have a separation of some sort, and you want to not throw away the whey, maybe you're not making other meals that you could use it with, or you don't want to just give it to the dog or whatever, you can marinate in it. And so you take tougher meat and you marinate in that. And wow, it was great. So I just wanted to let you know that. Really good dinner. Oh my gosh. I just have to say thank you, God, all the time. Ah, coffee. Too much coffee, I know. I'm getting there. One thing at a time, guys. So I went and got my summer tires put on, and I'm so happy. So happy. It was nice to see my favorite mechanic, and it was nice to get new tires on them. So they're new. My old summer tires were way too bald to be putting them on. I mean, I could have, I guess, but like the tread was like that. It's not the not even to the head of good old Lincoln on a penny. Okay, um, so he ordered them, and he was like, "I've been looking at this brand. It's a new brand because of the affordability, and they look really nice." And he's been ordering them for other people, but apparently he hasn't ordered the kind he ordered for me, and so I'm the guinea pig. They look gnarly. They look really nice, and hopefully that tread lasts, because I like to have them for at least 3 seasons. He was really happy when he saw my winter shoes. He said, "Wow, this is your second season on them?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You probably got two more." I'm like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, what the heck?" And I told him that I was not driving over the mountain if I didn't have to, that I minimized how much time I was on pavement, because most of the work that I have around in my neighborhood is down a dirt road. So I'm very rarely on the pavement. And he said that's what did it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So unless I get some sort of miraculous raise with my job, I'm not I'm gonna keep doing that. Um, that's just what it is. If I've got to be on hard pavement as much as I would be over going over the mountain and doing all those things, that's not something that I want to do because, you know, tires are expensive. So anyway, those are on, and I decided that I was going to go up to my one of my favorite roads. It's called Gibu. It's a neighborhood in Montgomery, and it's rural and it's nice. And when I used to take care of that property up there was this place and they had a lot of birds, and I was like, they've got to be producing something. Well, this year they decided to open a farm stand. So it's called Gibu Game Bird and Hatchery. So they not only sell chicks, they sell meat and eggs. So I bought meat. I didn't buy a chicken or a chicks. Black Australope, which is really cool. If you've ever seen the pictures I have of the chickens that my neighbor has, the beautiful rooster is a black Australope. So maybe I'll make that my cover photo. I'm not eating him though. I'm eating something else. Um, so they have all heritage breeds. Their eggs were gorgeous. Now normally I get my eggs from the Amish, and the best price I could find is just down the road from here, at $5.75 a dozen. Um, the store that I normally go to, like all the time for everything else, they're $8 a dozen. I'm like, no, thank you. And the place where I get my gas and my cigarettes, I just don't buy much grocery there except for yogurt. Just because it's just a little bit too much money. I don't want to go into town. So I've learned how to organize and purchase locally without breaking the bank. So I have been, the last time I got eggs, I got them from where I'm getting the raw milk, which is called, oh my gosh, what is the name of it? Hard Climb Farm. And they do eggs there. So last time I saw eggs there, I'm like, let me get some eggs. There's nothing wrong with them. They're definitely farm eggs because you got the orange yolk instead of the light yellow yolk that a lot of people are used to in the cities and the people that shop at grocery stores. Um, this is the orange yolk. However, I'm not a fan of the shell. It's hard for me. I use mostly just the yolks, and it's hard for me to separate them because the shell is so tender. I don't know what that means. I can't remember. Um, it's there's something different. So when I went out to Gibu Game Bird, I saw that they had eggs and $5 a dozen, and I opened up one of the packs. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want. And so I bought 4 dozen eggs there. I have about 1.5 left of the eggs I bought down the road, and I'm going to use them up, no doubt about it. But I might decide to do like some hard-boiled eggs, and do some couple of different things. I don't really love to sit down and eat eggs alone. Like the other day, I had scrambled eggs for breakfast, and I was like, I don't know. I like to just add it to stuff. So I probably, what I should have done today for dinner? I should have had 2 fried eggs over that steak, because, well, that would have been great. Um, but if you know anything about over mediums, they're not easy to get there. So most of the time, I'll just scramble. So anyway, I got 4 dozen eggs there, and I got a bird, and it was frozen, so I put it in the freezer because I wasn't ready quite yet. I have some chopped meat out I need to cook off, um, and I thought that was cool, and I was really excited to finally meet them because I've driven by them a million times, and I'm just really happy about it. I also told my daughter about it because she's into birds right now, and she has some Peking ducks, and yesterday she had to put down her lame duck. And I'm like, you need to talk to this lady. Like, I want her to talk to this lady because my daughter won't listen to me. It's rare. And she's like, oh my God, that's the place where that's what got me I really wanted to get the black ducks. And that's what she's got. So let me tell you what she has. If you're ever in northern Vermont in the Franklin County area, it's Gibu Game Bird and Hatchery. Okay? She sells, these are live birds. She sells ring-necked pheasants, chicks and adults. Chugar partridge, chicks and adults. Bobwhite quail, chicks and adults. Mexican speckled quail, adults and chicks. Snowflake bob whites, adults and chicks. And then dual purpose birds that she has is the black australope. So what does that mean, dual purpose? It means it grows up fast enough to be a meat bird and lays a lot of eggs. Like a buff Orpington, those really cute ones that are yellow. I don't know why she doesn't have any. Maybe I should talk her into getting some. They're my favorite. Why? Because they have a personality you wouldn't believe. Then she has Delaware chicken, and they're cute. She has heritage turkeys, Cayuga ducks, which are the black ducks that are beautiful, and jumbo cortnecks, which I'm not sure what they are, but they're cool looking. Kind of look like partridge, I guess. And then she also has rare specialty birds, mandarin duck, and Lady Amherst pheasants. Now you can buy them and raise them, or you could buy them processed. So I got a black Australope chicken. I almost left with a duck. And I was just like, okay, because a lot of farm stands here, because this is the way America should be probably in a lot of cases, is an honor system. You go in, pick what you want, look at the price list, leave the money or Venmo or whatever. And she's trying to actually be proactive. She's very, very, very excited and passionate about what she does. So I was happy to meet her. And I was like, oh, let me ask you, what do I got in the truck? And I pulled out the bird. She's like, that's a duck. You would have flipped out. And I probably would have flipped out. Um, I haven't had duck since I was a teenager, and I just had a taste of it, and I didn't like it. And where I used to work at the Maidstone Arms, one of my favorite chefs ever, what he used for cooking was always duck fat. Now that I am practically a carnivore, and I am using fat like you wouldn't believe, I probably wouldn't have the problem. I would get over it really quickly. So like he would make some sort of vegetable and it was made in duck fat and it would taste delicious, and then you got to a point where it's like, okay, that's enough. And I don't know how to explain it. So I probably would have been upset while making what I think is a chicken. So I'm glad that she looked at it and switched it out. So I'm really excited about that. So if you want to take a look at them, and I told her about Between the Trees Farm as well, because I love all these heritage farmers popping up. And if I felt more secure where I'm living right now, I'd be getting some ducks. Um, for sure, and from her. So I want to send you to her website. And the website is GiBou.Gamebird.com. And Gibou is spelled Gibou, Gamebird.com. They're awesome. And if you live in the area, go get your eggs from them. Try some duck if you're not used to it. Get yourself some pheasant. So basically, it's really cool that there's pheasant. I can't wait to get that. I did not do it this time. I just didn't have the money to go crazy. I really would like to just buy one of everything, but so I didn't. I was good with 4 dozen eggs and a chicken. Um, so then after that, I went from another really awesome dirt road that's only open uh, middle to late spring to middle or early to middle fall. It's closed in the wintertime. They don't plow it. It's a beautiful drive. It's called Hazen's Notch. And I've never been on that road at this time of year. We're still in stick season. There are leaves on the trees, but they're real small. And I saw something I had never noticed out there before because I'm always on that road when there's a big canopy. Um, Big giant granite face of a mountain. I'm like, what? I did stop and take a picture. I didn't get out because at that point where you see the rock face, it's basically a 1.5 size car road, and pulling over during the season, not a good idea. You might get stuck, and you don't have service, and you'll have to wait for someone with a strap. So I don't want that. Um, so I took a picture out of the car. That was nice. There's a really nice swamp over there that I always want to stop and take a picture of. And I almost did today. I don't know why I didn't. It's a gorgeous swamp. All these dead trees and looking also dramatic. And I should have done it today. And I just don't know why. There's also a freshwater spring up there that you can fill your water bottles with. So I filled up a couple of my water bottles. So I got some freshwater spring. How cool is that, right? It's like great. And took that over this direction because it does come out on the side of the mountain. And I love that. And I wanted to tell you all about it. But it was a lot of sitting. And even though I'm sitting right now, that seems to be the aggravator for my leg. That's been giving me a little issues. It's definitely better. I'm definitely, instead of an 8, 9, I'm more of a 5, 6 in pain. Um, and it's aggravated more the longer I drive and sit. So today, when I got home, I was like, I'm done. And plus my black five bite, it's gone down a lot, but it's still like that makes me feel not great. So I wanted to take a nap, and it's like the perfect weather for it. The wind is wicked. It's like 12 miles per hour. It's always windy at my house, so I have all the windows open. The poor dog must have been losing her mind while I was gone. But it's like the perfect. It's like 75 degrees in the apartment. Yep. And the wind is warm and it's coming over you, and I'm like, I can just lay here. Reminds me of summer of 2001 when I lived at the Bryans' house, and I used to take naps on the couch in the living room, and the wind would just come through that house just right, and it was wonderful. Um, it was like that. So I was trying to convince Fancy into calming down so I could do that. She was like, "No, this is dangerous. That wind is dangerous." So she wasn't into it. So I said, "Fine," and I got up and started making my dinner. I feel like there's something else I wanted to tell you. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I want to take a picture. I know one of my thumbnails is the dog, and then when you look out the window, you can see the millions and billions of dandelions. I'm gonna stop tomorrow because it's getting close to the time where they're gonna puff up. I need to take a picture of this, and I'm gonna get the camera low to the ground, and I can't wait. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. It's just so beautiful. I can't even handle it. Who knew dandelions would be so amazing? I mean, I know they're amazing. There's a lot of amazing thing about them. But wow, they're just so beautiful. So I have to get a photograph of that this year. And last year it inspired a lot of my painting. Um, but I do fluid art, so it's different. You want to see a painting that was inspired by dandelions last year? I'll show you. It's right on the wall. So all I gotta do is pull it off. And that doesn't even come close to capturing the amazingness of it. But it's there. And if you're hearing me, you know what I'm talking about. And I love like how I can make a mountain out of this fluid art. Look at that sky. That's what the sky looks like right now. I really captured spring in Vermont with this painting. And I love it. I love it. And it's for sale. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. I have it coated with polyacrylic. 3 coats. High gloss. I just love it. So tomorrow I'm going to get the photo of the crazy dandelions, and hopefully that'll inspire me to do some more paint. I really want to do some more painting. My problem is dry space. I don't have drying space. And that drives me nuts because this stuff, when you do fluid art, it takes a minute to dry. But it's all good. So yeah, I'm super excited. I love my new tires. I'm so paranoid, like I'm so freaked out. I'm like, you sure they're gonna be okay? Oh my god. And he's like, Tara, you're a trip. He's like, I've never seen anybody baby their vehicle like that in my life. And he's like, and yet you're not afraid of a dirt road. I'm like, I prefer them all day. These Vermont's got really bad roads. Really bad. They are tore up. So I try to stay off of them as often as possible. The dirt roads can be bad, but if you're taking your time, which I'm not in a rush, I get somebody behind me that knows the road, knows exactly where the potholes are, and they want to go around me because I can stop and they can go around me. I have no problem with that. Um, but on a main road, sometimes you just can't stop and let somebody go by. And the potholes are tire busters. So I'm always scared of that. Um, yeah, I'm actually wearing a summer t-shirt dress. I didn't wear that out in the public though. I wore my Acres of Wildlife adults only weekend t-shirt and a skirt. One of the only pieces of clothing I've got that doesn't have paint on it. It's kind of funny. Um, but yeah, I'm in a good mood. The body is tired from all the sitting. So I'm going to stand up and do something like dishes or something. Done with dinner nice and early. I'll have some dessert nice and early. And be nice to find like a movie or something. I just, sometimes entertainment's so freaky. They're always trying to tell you what they're doing and call it entertainment, and freaks me out. But let me show you another picture while we're here. This is my granddaughter, and the last time I went hiking was up in Hazen's Notch. And this is her when she was little, standing in a fiddlehead field on that hike. It's pretty cool. She's so cute. She's 13 now, so she's much taller than that. But Hazen's Notch is a beautiful place. And I was very blessed and highly favored to drive down that road today. And the road was bumpy. I had to keep my eyes on the potholes, which is okay. It's fine. It's almost better than it when it's freshly graded. Freshly graded, the rocks are just a lot of rocks. But anyway, I'm gonna go for now. Be happy because I already made a video and it was way longer, and I deleted it. I didn't like it, so this is the one. I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. And for those of you that are new to the channel, if you've made it this far, if you're like, what is this way of eating? I'm eating ketovore. I'm going to call it ketovore because I'm still using some carb. Not an awful lot, though. I am very close to carnivore. And I guess coffee is probably my biggest problem right now because that is a plant and it doesn't induce cortisol. And I have it in the morning and then I'll make it in the afternoon sometimes as well. A lot of times. I think it's only been 1 or 2 days since I started this way of eating that I didn't make coffee in the afternoon. So that's next. But if you haven't started yet, or you've been thinking about it, just do it. It's going to simplify your life. And even if you're a foodie like me, like I like to make really fancy stuff, you can still do that with just meat. And you get really like me marinating a steak in kefir. What on earth? I would have never thought of that. Never. I'm happy I did because it was great and tender, like almost like a veal. Like I couldn't believe it. Fancy liked it too because I gave her a bite because she's a good girl. I don't know how she dealt with all that red pepper that I put on it. Crushed red pepper is a thing. I like it hot, so that's not very hot, but I'll do fresh. I'll do powdered K on too. I tried to grow a bunch of hot peppers this year. I wanted some ghost peppers and Trinidad's and Carolina Reapers, but the seeds never popped. So next year when I try to grow them, I'm going to start them in paper towel because that's a bunch of nonsense. I like hot peppers a lot. And if I'm going to start getting quail eggs from Gibu Game Bird, I'm going to need to pickle them with some hot stuff. Pickled quail eggs? I have some in my fridge. They're amazing. So I should probably get to those. I think tomorrow I'll try to eat that whole jar. This way I have an excuse the next time I go over to stop and get some from her. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm tired. Tired. And yep, things are going well. The 21st, I do a weigh in. Scared. But I'm not that scared because I feel like I've lost something. But I got to remind myself I'm not doing this for weight loss. That's just going to be a symptom. I'm doing this because I want to live happily and be able to stop that car on Hazen's Notch and go for a hike and do 2 to 3 cleans in a day in the season and not feel like I'm dying. So I'm out of here. Almost got to 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. I love you a long time and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.